He's got like a couple of guys with him.
It's Dan, Stu, and Greg Cody on ESPN Radio.
If you missed any of our interviews, check them out on demand in the Dan Le Batard Show podcast, brought to you by Capital One. Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open a savings account with a rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC. All guests appear on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
So I want to get to this sound from Jurgen Klopp, and I want to talk about Stugotz's all-decade Knicks team, and I want to play for you Tommy Tuberville yelling at a fan. But the show continues to get sidetracked by the smallest of things, and I'm not even getting to Mike just saying to me a second ago, do you think Boog's going to be mad at us? Like, I'm not even getting to that. So I want to get back to what happened. We don't pull the curtain back that often. And I don't think Stugotz was even paying attention to where the curtain was on that, because Mike Ryan's mad. Okay. And I'm not going to tell Stugotz what you were actually doing, because I don't think Stugotz has any idea whatsoever what you were trying to do, and you were trampled by us. So, can I just get a recreation from you, Stugotz? Because I really do feel like Stugotz was totally lost, and he hasn't been this lost since Mike Ryan was doing a bit involving. He was doing a bit.
A Predator bit, a pit.
Nice.
He was doing a bit
well for him.
From the movie Predator, because all we can reference now is movies from 40 years ago. And Mike Ryan was saying, and how do we set up the context on this for people who have not heard it before?
This was a battered Miami Heat team limping into a game with the Toronto Raptors, in which everybody was hurt, and I was just like, come on, Dwayne, let's go down with a fight.
Every time I listen to this, I laugh, but it also stings. It hurts.
Well,
I
want to see if what just happened was worse than that, because I'm not sure, but I experienced it as the same kind of funny. But let's go back for a second. So, if you remember this scene from this incredibly old movie, what you have is a being with nuclear capabilities from another planet who is chasing Arnold Schwarzenegger through a jungle.
I think it's more atomic than thermonuclear, because he goes off and, like, there's still a jungle.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Important correction. And so Arnold Schwarzenegger is crawling through the mud, and he's trying to lure this thing into a trap. And in his accent, he starts yelling at this thing, come get me, kill me, trying to get this idiot thing to...
That idiot thing just walked around the trap.
Right. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. And
yep,
so
there was a backup trap.
So Mike Ryan is being Schwarzenegger in this scenario, but Stugotz doesn't have any idea what Mike is doing. So he just pinballs all over the place being Stugotz. And I'll tell you who else wants to fight. Dwayne wants to fight.
All right.
Dwayne.
Well, then let's fight, man.
Dwayne,
Let's go.
No.
No.
Kill me.
If Dwayne wants it.
Kill me now.
We want it.
Do it. I'm here.
Let's go.
Kill me.
They ain't scared.
Do it.
Wait a minute.
I'm right here. Kill me.
Listen, man.
Will you shut up, Stugotz? Mike,
I'm doing a thing. Stu. I'm doing a thing.
We were to play
I'm
Predator. All right, Mike, so how did you experience what happened last segment?
I so badly just wanted to be a part of it.
But please, well, that's usually what ends up happening. But please do not tell him what you were doing there, because I'd like to hear what his guess is.
What's your guess that I was doing?
Well, I would say that you were doing a bit. I would say that
that's very clear in retrospect.
You sure it's not a pit?
What makes this example different than the last example is I felt like other people started talking, and that emboldened me to start talking.
Oh, yeah. No, Dan tried to open this up and set it up as you were the one that ruined this pit. It was Dan. He was Eddie Curry.
No, wait a minute. Yes.
Wow.
No. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. It was absolutely me that interrupted him first, but I am very used to Mike working around whatever our windows are and getting in there. And I thought he would just withstand it and go. But the funnier part about that is that Mike then started complaining about it on air, and Stugotz still doesn't know. Like Mike Mike was telling everybody exactly what the joke was, saying like our audience understood what the joke was because Mike explained it, and Stugotz didn't. He just didn't.
Yeah, but the bit was ruined already by you.
That's right. So there is that. So I don't want to replay it. I still want guesses, though, from Stugotz on what it is that Mike was trying to do.
I have no idea. I mean, I could sit here for the next 1,000 years and make guesses, and I would never get it right. I don't even remember what we did last segment. I mean,
I did like one of the more obvious setups, too. Don't you romanticize living like you're dying?
It was fairly ridiculous. You were speaking so romantically. What he was doing was, I think that's a Tim McGraw song, right?
Yes, I say it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
And so he was doing the lyrics for, it's a song about, living like you're dying or so. What's the name of it? It's something
like you're dying.
Okay. Okay, so.
It's a fun.
What do you mean it's a fun? I got it exactly right.
I'm with Stugotz on this one.
You should not be finding anybody because you did your job so poorly in the last segment. So very poorly.
I'm still trying to think of a shooting guard for the next.
Okay, Super Bowl week.
And this Klopp sound. I mean, let's go.
All right, let's get to the Jurgen Klopp sound. No, not yet, because it's about the coronavirus, and that'll take the funny right out of the room. So let's go back to the Knicks and Chris Cody. Before we get to this all-decade team, Chris Cody says he wants me to. I don't even know what we would do with this, but Chris Cody says he wants me to reenact what Spike Lee did, like a character actor at the Miami Heat's arena.
Yes, I want you to try to go in. I'm sure you can go in any entrance, but if there's an entrance you're not allowed to go into, I want you to try to go into that entrance, and then when they try to stop you in security, start yelling the exact same thing Spike Lee did, and we get someone to videotape you from far away, and we just recreate the exact same thing with the exact same lines, and we put it on the internet. It'd be funny.
Dan is so not doing that.
No, I might do that.
Really?
I think that's funny. Well, first of all, I think I might do that for you because it would just for the joke, for the satire of it. I don't know if I can pull it off because I'm not a very good paid actor.
Because locally, you're more famous than Spike Lee.
How does it work at Heat games? You have your own entrance, huh? You don't walk in.
The way that it works at Heat
It
games.
goes through the cargo entrance.
You got to really take it up a notch.
I go through where
though.
the players come in.
Like, Dan, last week Bad Bunny was just walking around on the court spitting water all over the place. So, like, it seems like you can do whatever you want. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Can you do that with tequila?
I have done that with tequila. It just wasn't on purpose.
Wasted good tequila.
Hyde will get you, man.
I cannot get into any entrance at the arena. The security, it's one of the things that makes the Spike Lee story so funny. Like, you come in, like, there are all sorts of security concerns, no matter who the hell you are, about how the hell you get into one of these arenas. And you're supposed to go, like, I'll get stopped every time coming through an entrance where people don't know who I am.
I told you about the time I went there on Star Wars night. They made R2-D2 go through security. I swear to God.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons that I love this story so much, because Spike Lee is he is complaining on First Take about the general inconvenience of not being treated at all times like a celebrity. It's an amazing complaint to go to First Take with.
While saying he doesn't want special treatment.
You said that in the wrong voice. The idea that he wanted special treatment. Laughable.
They hate us because they ain't us.
You guys know this about me. I love a good water park. I love the slides. I love the lazy river. When you get on the lazy river, you just let the river take you where it takes you.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, we actually do know this about you. We were on that thing for about 40 minutes, and it was just Stugotz the entire time saying, let the water take you where it takes you.
Well, I felt like Roy was getting a little annoyed, right? Like, it's a lazy river. It's supposed to be relaxing and lazy, and Roy wanted some action. And I was just trying to tell Roy that you just let the river take you where it takes you.
Yesterday we were talking about B&Bs, and basically none of you had been to B&Bs, but you've all been on lazy rivers.
Together.
Yeah. Lazy
Together.
rivers are great. Have you not been on a lazy river?
No.
Oh, my God.
It's the most disgusting, foul thing, but at least the water's moving.
was asked specifically about Tim Duncan's impact as the head coach of the Spurs, and this is what he had to say.
What was it like having Tim out there calling the shots? We didn't do
It's going to be hard to turn in to the coach. The kneeling before the coach is going to be a little bit. Patty Mills making this a little difficult to build the mythology around Tim Duncan's leadership.
What was it like having Tim out there calling the shots? We didn't do
I love that.
So let us revisit this for a second before we get to this much anticipated Jurgen Klopp sound and also Tommy Tuberville yelling at a fan and the Knicks all-decade team, according to Stugotz and Chris. And don't think I've forgotten, Mike, that you have to play a song every day, too, because you keep hoping I'm going to forget this. And every day I want an old song from you that gets played at some point. You're going to stop the show every time and make me ask you for it because you're always hoping that I forget. So at your leisure, I don't care how many bad ones you play. I'm going to keep asking for all of the songs.
Everybody.
It can't be the same one as yesterday.
Please don't let it be the same
That
one.
can't, like, you can't do that. That's illegal. That's dirty even by your standards. And you're just lashing out because of what happened last segment when you thought you were going to be the comedic hero.
Is that Riley?
I love that one, man.
So if you weren't listening to the rejoin they just made, and you don't have any context for this because you're watching on ESPN Ooze, now I have to go back again and explain what it is that happened. So
Boog may be having a midlife crisis.
And he may be mad at us
He's
already.
definitely mad.
We don't know if he's mad at us already.
I just saw like some connection points between him and me going through some of the same stuff. And he got into shoes, and the next thing you know, you start dressing different and get a different haircut, and you'll get a full sleeve. It happens.
Us, Billy, as always, is me.
Right.
Who is he going to get mad at? The answer's me, even though I never have anything to do with much of any of this stuff, including talking about Warren Sapp's halitosis. That's a Stugotz exclusive.
I could not believe you said it when you said it and how you possibly blaming me.
It's the first time I've ever said it. It's the first time I've ever done that, and I had to do it for the purposes of the story. So if you weren't listening to the rejoin, Mike Ryan, earlier in the show, he went into character, deadpanned his way sarcastically when we were talking because Chris Cody had asked us, would you prefer to know how you're dying or when you're dying? Mike Ryan, and this is when I was on to you, Mike, I could see you don't know all these lyrics off the top of your head, so I could see that you were reading lyrics on your computer for where I'm sitting.
Dan. Didn't show that you knew at all what I was doing. That's an interesting stance to take.
Well, hold on a second. To be fair to me, mildly fair to me, and only slightly fairer than you are to Stugotz, I absolutely botched the bit.
Right, but you knew he was in a bit.
That's correct. The difference
that actually makes it more mean.
I did not intentionally botch the bit. I don't know the lyrics of the song, so I don't know you were getting to the Fu Manchu line.
Wait a second. You knew there was a bit going on. You botched said bit, and then you blamed it on me.
I'm not blaming on it. Whoa. Not blaming you, just using the formula of using you for all comedic devices.
Okay.
Because you were not listening. Like, you had no idea what was going on.
No,
you did piggyback.
You made it worse.
Yeah. Why? You opened the floodgates.
I did open the floodgates. So if you want to play the whole